Today, we're going to talk about how to declutter your wardrobe. Now, this is one of my favorite topics, and since we are approaching spring here in Melbourne, it's a fantastic time to pop into your wardrobe and have a bit of a refresh. When it comes to cleansing your wardrobe, the best place to start is by taking everything out. Now, this can be quite a confronting process because you can then see exactly how much you actually have in your wardrobe. And they do say that we wear 20% of our wardrobe 80% of the time, which just proves that we don't actually need that many clothes in our wardrobe for it to be a functional wardrobe that truly serves us. Now, once you have everything laid out on your bed, go through each category. I love to start by assessing all of my pants first, then all of my tops, jackets, coats, and so forth. And the best thing to do is actually try everything on because it may look good when you hold it up, but you may find that that piece no longer fits, doesn't quite suit your skin tone in terms of color, or it's just not quite right. So it may need a little bit of alteration. Now, what I love to ask myself is, have I worn this in the past year? Now, depending on lifestyle changes and whether or not you have forgotten about the item, you may or may not have worn it. Now, I'm not saying you should get rid of everything that you haven't worn in the last 12 months, but if you haven't reached for it over the past year, it may be a sign that you can move that item on. Also assess if the fit is right. Now, remember, clothes don't have feelings, but you do. So do not keep anything in your wardrobe that does not make you feel good, especially those jeans that you think one day I may fit back into them. It's time to let them go and buy a pair of jeans that fit you really well and make you feel good. So anything in your wardrobe that does no longer fit you, you need to move on. Also assess whether you feel confident when you wear the piece. Does it make you feel comfortable? Does it feel like it's aligned to your personal style and who you are? And it's not just who you are now, but also who are you becoming and what are your goals for the next 12 months? Does this piece align with the person that you are becoming in the future? And also think about, does it align with your lifestyle and personal brand? Now, we talked about lifestyle last week and the importance of understanding your lifestyle and how you spend your time. So if it's an item for your fantasy self, then I would say it's probably a piece that you may want to let go. Now, I love Marie Kondo's approach to letting pieces go, not just in your wardrobe, but in your home as well. She does this wonderful gratitude ceremony where she thanks each piece for the service that it has provided and wishes it good luck on its next journey. Now, I love this because the pieces in your wardrobe did in fact serve you for a period of time in your life. And it was a part of who you were in that period of time. So it's really important that we respect that and we think to ourselves, okay, now we are moving on to a bigger, brighter, amazing future where we are morphing into that next level version of ourselves. So this piece no longer serves us for where we're heading, but it did serve us for that particular moment in our lives. What I love about the wardrobe cleansing process is that it really allows you to see any shopping mistakes that you may be making. As humans, we are habitual, and a lot of things we do unconsciously. And what I mean by that is most of the time we're on autopilot. And if you can imagine the amount of stimuli that we get each and every day, our brain is going to filter certain things out. So if you find that when you go shopping, and this is something that I hear so often from my clients, When I go shopping, there's nothing for me at the store. Everything's exactly the same, and I can't find anything that suits me. Now, often what's happening there is that our brain is filtering out everything else that is outside of our comfort zone. So you will see the pieces that you already have in your wardrobe and will probably end up repurchasing them again. So what you'll find throughout the wardrobe cleansing process is that you may have the same 5 t-shirts that are the same cut, the same color, and exactly the same style, because your reticular activating system has filtered out all the other pieces when you've gone shopping and you've gone and picked the same one that's still within your comfort zone. So this process is fantastic in really building awareness around what shopping mistakes we're actually making and what do we keep buying. Now, we may be buying pieces that actually serve us, or we may be buying styles that don't quite accentuate the best features of our body shape. So it's really important to take note of the pieces that you're letting go, because they can give us clues on any shopping mistakes that we're currently making, and it also helps us build that awareness so we can avoid them going forward. So once you've sorted through your pieces and you have a pile of pieces that you've decided to let go, a pile of pieces that are a maybe because you're not quite sure how to style them, or they may need to be altered or mended, and you have a pile that you're definitely going to keep, then it's time to move things back into your wardrobe. Now, how I like to organize my wardrobe is by category. So I love to group all my tops together, pants, coats, shirts, and so forth, because it feels really cohesive when I hang everything up together. And also it allows me to see what pieces I have really easily. I also go a step further and color coordinate them, so I go from lightest to darkest in my wardrobe as well. This really makes dressing in the morning easier because you know where to grab your pants, where to grab your coat, and a matching blouse, for example. And also just having a clutter-free space reduces the stress of getting dressed each morning. One thing I also love doing is having matching hangers. Now, I went through a phase where all my hangers were wooden, but now I have switched to velvet hangers because they do take up a little bit less space in your wardrobe. So consider having every item hanging on the same type of hanger. Also, any personal touches that you may want to add to your closet, whether it be some artwork or a mirror, just to make that space feel uniquely yours. So once you have cleared out your space, you have everything hanging back in your wardrobe, and you've made it uniquely yours, you can take a step back and see if you have any gaps in your wardrobe. You may find that your wardrobe has been driven by a lot of trend pieces. So some of your gaps may be those essential building blocks. Or you may find that you've got too many of your basics, and adding a little bit of fun, a little bit of personality through trends is something that you may need. So it's really good to take stock of what you already have, any gaps that you have, and whether those gaps need to be filled. Now, really think about whether it is a genuine gap, a must-have, or a nice-to-have. What I like to do is keep my wardrobe to about a 70-30 split. So 70% of my wardrobe being those core building block pieces that I can mix and match and create a multitude of outfits from, and adding about 30%, maybe a bit less than that actually, of trend items where I know that they're going to add a little bit of fun, a bit of personality, and a pop of color to my wardrobe. Now, remember, you don't need a huge wardrobe or a copious amount of clothes to be stylish. Style is something that is unique to you. It can be done with a small capsule wardrobe and it's a way of expressing yourself. It's not about how much you have in your wardrobe. And they say that the most sustainable garment is the one that you already have in your wardrobe. So I challenge you to do a wardrobe detox this month. And I also challenge you to see your existing pieces in a different light and see how you can create new outfits, new looks with what you already have. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to catch up with you next week. Bye.